Hey, Average, what's going on?
Why do I have headphones on? I don't even need them.
Oh yeah, because I had infinite beep on Windows 10 and I couldn't figure out why. All right, so um, I had some time earlier tonight and did the Naginata weapons. Um, so they're done, and I think I want to do the bow now. I still don't love that it's not a traditional Yumi, but it is what it is. I really should probably make a new arrow too. My goal when I model, depending on what it is to get to texturing as fast as possible. I'm gonna do some texturing tonight. So, Archer items. This is Archer items, but it's like Archer old items. I don't even think this stuff's used anymore. If this is all I got, I don't love it. But I guess that's all I got. I really hate this model. But it's rigged and skinned, and I don't really remember how to do that, so let's go ahead and get this set up. Texture set does have a normal. I'm just going to use the albedo or the diffuse as the color map. Because really I'm just doing a quick skin for this. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and throw, this has no PBR or specular or anything whatsoever, which is pretty bad. This is just going to be called base. It's going to have nothing except this. And let me check something really quick. because I have the Yumi, but where? Is there just not a Yamai version? Huh, I guess there isn't. Botex. Is this... Okay, so this is the Yumi that's being used. Archer items, Yamai. Oh, there is a mask for this. Okay, so just in case, I'm just going to export all this stuff. Some of this stuff's so old, I don't even remember it all. It's probably all in here, but okay. So let me import these other textures into my shelf just so I have them. And I can use the other one as an ID. I actually don't know how good this is going to be. I don't think I'm going to use it that much though. So that's fine. Let's save this as... So, I mean, this thing's pretty bare bones. Still, this model, I hate this model so much. Like, I'm half tempted to do the Kusari Gamma and just make a new one, but I really don't want it to figure out all the rigging problems. So the first thing that's driving me nuts already, the accent pieces. Actually, I made some smart materials earlier, so they're consistent with each weapon. I have Hanukkah weapon gold that I can just put in here and then change the mask. Then what I can do here is do a UV selection. And was there just no color in there? Okay, well I guess I'm doing this. No, so it's the whole thing. That's super annoying. Or if I just do this, and I just do this thing is super annoying. Yeah, I think this would have been better to just subtract. Can I do marquee select? That'd be cool. Awesome. Oh, this thing is horrible. Oh, I can do it one. Okay, well never mind. I can do it fast now. That reminds me to take a sip of my tea. What's going on?
you doing?
Yeah, this thing is useless. I need this thing. Oh, it's the bottom part. Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that to both. Let's go ahead and make this like a polished lacquered wood. Get the bow wood. Color selection. Actually, that's. I do not. It's something I'm gonna experiment with. So our game's in Unreal 4.21 right now, and we're starting to upgrade to either 425 or 426. And I'm somewhat familiar. I'm a tech artist by trade, so sorry, I understand your question better now. Um, at my job, I work on a project that has done some next gen stuff. I know it's very costly on performance by a lot. It's super expensive, but it's pretty cool, and it's a pretty low effort way to get great graphics. I've done like a redwood for the other weapons and like the sheath, but I don't want there to be too much red on this thing. But lacquered wood is kind of like Hanako's thing. I think I could do like something like this though. It's really dumb there's a UV seam right there. Let me try triplanar again. You know what? This actually isn't too bad. I'm okay with this triplanar. Yeah, I don't disagree. I think if something's going to lower your frame rate by 90%, you could do a whole lot with that. I just don't think ray tracing's even close to worth it yet. Like, by all means, make it a setting in your graphics setting if you're coming out on a new Xbox or a PC or whatever. Like, I'll probably add it to this game, but I just don't think it's a good idea. I'm going to look at. Let's go to substance share, and I want to rope. Let's go ahead and drag that into substance. And that can go there, which is going to get a black mask, which is going to get this guy and this guy. And then I need to manually paint. God, that's annoying. What's the default called? I just need a gradient circle. I use Max for a lot of for 3D models for in the environment. If it's something like a rock or like a cliff, I start in ZBrush and work backwards back into the low poly. Um, Animation, I like to use Maya. No, I've never used Blender. Ooh, I think I might try a white bow for Hanako. I kind of dig that. Like kind of like mid-gray. Yeah, that's kind of cool. I like this better. There's too much red on this thing. I've heard nothing but good things about Blender. So on the other, um, what is happening? What the heck did I do to X? I've messed this up and I don't remember what I did even. Oh. Well, I guess I'm fixing that really quick. God. This should literally... All I wanted to do was... Yeah, what I hate about this bow is our game is a Japanese game, and it's very European looking for no reason. Uh, the this was made probably 6 years ago, and the art direction for it was blatantly ignored. But it's the only one we have that works, so I'm trying to make the best of it.
Okay, let me see if I can get I'm gonna duplicate this layer. I'm gonna do a fill, and I just need like and this is gonna be a mask with a color selection. It's just gonna be this. Yeah, eventually I'll put a traditional Yumi in the game, but tonight is not that night. Yep, that is my favorite movie of all time. And it's pretty much the reason why this game's a samurai game. Speaking of, here are some pertinent details about the game. We're part of the Steam playtest, so you can request access to the game, and I let people in every so often. Yeah, that works nice. So this is going to look better when I do a style pass on it and get my black comic outlines back. Let me go into the map I've been testing stuff in. So yeah, if you're new to the stream, which a number of you are, when this opens, we're a class-based multiplayer game set in feudal Japan, and this is one of our maps. This is a fan favorite map, mostly because people like trying to snipe from on top of these buildings. And there's a lot of cool like archery spots. So I'm gonna be okay with this for now. Let's go ahead and set this up for export. Do I want a new normal? I think I want this to be yeah, it can just be like color. So I'll set this up. Hanako weapons. This is Yumi Hanako. The next weapon is going to be kind of fun. I haven't messed with it in quite a while. And it's the only one I textured originally, so it'll be something. There's actually not opacity on this at all. So the green channel is just going to be, or the blue channel is just going to be empty. It's totally fine though. So I'll pick, let me find my HN weapons, get to the folder. Yumi. There we go. I'm going to open that folder and let's get Photoshop going. I mean, at this point, I'm just retexturing the weapon. I'm not going to change the model yet. Eventually, when I have a little bit more time to make a proper Yumi, I'll just get rid of this weapon altogether. But tonight is not that night. God, these textures are so bad. Wait, did this export 2K? I don't need 2K for this. It's pretty small. So what I'm gonna do is run this through. This helps, I take the normal map and it helps me generate some like comic book lines. This is similar to a technique used on like Borderlands and Telltale games. You can also technically desaturate your normal map and then run a levels until you get lines like that. Like you don't, it's not as good, but you technically can do it. Something like that. It's not as good, but it's, if you don't have the plugin, then it doesn't, then so this will help bring out some of the detail. This is my least favorite weapon in the game by a gigantic margin. If I get done early, I might honestly still veto myself and make a new Yumi, because I could probably figure out the weighting can't be that hard. Oh yeah, no gamer's ever gonna notice that. But I do appreciate the attention to detail. When I make the Yumi, I'll make it look correct. This weapon really shouldn't even be in the game, but it is. Okay, so I think I'm gonna leave the legacy textures just in case. I wouldn't say that, but it's okay. It's a really old weapon that a junior artist made 7 years ago that didn't follow the theme of the game at all. It is what it is. So this needs to be mask compression type so it doesn't get gamma corrected. And now, wow. These really actually shouldn't even be in this folder. I'm gonna move them. So I'm going to make a material instance. It's going to be Mick Yumi
default HN. Make a mic off of that. This is for the other team. This is called UE4. And this is just opaque. Ooh, I didn't save. I did not save the thing correctly. There we go. So I need to go to our item database now and make sure those are properly hooked up. And then for this model, we see how I feel about it. Then I'll move on to the other team's version. And this is the old one. So at least we'll get a before. Oh, duh, I know why. So this is the old one, just for reference. I think... I think I know why. Okay, not in there. I believe in... No, so what the heck? So that's for the body, but what's setting the... Something's setting the weapon. So this is the default weapon skin. Oh, thanks. Let me see. Let me check something. Ooh, it changed and then changed back. So hold on a second. I saw it be correct for a second. So if I do... Crap, that doesn't have... I don't have my command in this map. Let me go back here. Need to go to my test map real quick. Okay. So it has item 3. There's nothing in construct. There's nothing in here that sets the material. Okay. Is this data asset just... This is set up right? Mick Archer items. Yeah, this isn't even the... I'm very confused right now because something's overriding the default material, but this is set up correctly. We're looking at Q3 2021 right now. The game's roadmap to come out then. We've been working on it a long time. Yeah, this one's a head scratcher. Something's overriding. The skin's right and then it changes. I don't get it. I do not understand. Oh, I just needed to like resave my loadout. Okay. Yeah, the white, I do not like the white, I don't think. I'm going to take a look at it in an actual map lighting and just get a feel, but my initial inclination is I really don't like it. Oh, cool. Well, welcome back then. Yeah, I really hate it. It looks, I don't like it at all in game. I actually think the mahogany would look way better. Okay, well, let me fix that. There's two things I really don't like about it. The first is there's not enough contrast in the color, so it just looks like flat white. That just doesn't look very good. So walnut. Is there a wood that has two tones? That's really kind of what I want. This looks okay. Like I'm not going to keep brown, but I'm just trying to get it is a lot of red, but I do like this way better. It's consistent with what I did for the Naginata. Just I think I do want to copy this mask and And this one I want just base color only, and I'm just gonna tile a grunge just for some breakup. And then I'm gonna set this to overlay. Yeah, I just want something like that, just some breakup. So it's not so perfect. And then I'm gonna go back to this. I want a little more saturated and a little darker. And then this can go a little less. This is really for like the mid read. So if you're looking at the weapon like this size, you still can see some breakup. It's not so crazy solid. So all I need to do here is export textures again. I can pop to this or bring this in, update, and then I can paste this under, copy, paste, collapse, save. Now I can just re-import and bam, updated just like that. Bada bing. Bada bing. I think this will be better. Oh yeah, this is like 1,000 times better. Okay, something I want to look at really quick, just because I'm a all over the place dev, so and I want to look before. I don't know how weapons. I don't know how weapon textures are assigned to stuff. It looks like they're not. It's not assigned at all. I could put. Okay, so I have nothing for applying skins to bots. That's kind of a problem. But I'll worry about that another time. I have an idea for that actually. I'm just gonna make a function actually really quick. Um, in the function library, let's just call this get bot weapon material or weapon mech. And I need a pawn Actually, it can just be a... It could just be an actor. Owner. So this is going to cast to BP bot. Which is going to get state. Get player state. Cast to BP. How to go player state? Actually, this just needs to... Am I losing my mind? How do I do this in... I think I'm losing my mind. Get player class from player state. Yeah, what the heck? Why is that? Oh no, I can just do this in each weapon. It already knows the class. I need to get, does this have get team? I need to get team from there. So I'm just going to set the material based on team. And it's never too late to learn. Have a good night. Thanks for hanging out for a while. Good to see you. Hope to see you back again. I will most likely be back on tomorrow at the same time. So what I can do, sometimes do like, me just see if this works. It is very long. It certainly is. I think my idea worked, but oh wait, hold on, I don't think it did. No, it did not. Or maybe it did for the swords, but not the... Okay, so I know what I need to do too. Have a good one. There we go. Okay, so that idea worked. Now I just need to do this for the other weapons. There's a better way to do. Really, it'd be best done in these, but I can handle that later. They're checked out by another dev, and I don't want to mess up with their work, so I'll just do it here. No, this is just simple, just straight up PBR, like even more basic. Honestly, the current skin could almost just be the Yamai skin, and then I can make a Hanako one. There's some problems with the metal that I need to fix though that drives it that's really bad. Okay, I think I have that set up now. So if I go and I just add some bots. Okay, that appears to have worked. All right, so I'm going to save this as Yumi 2020. And now I can just do the basically the color changes for the other side. So the first one here is Hanukkah Weapon Gold. I have a Yamai Weapon Bronze. Okay, so there's the Yamai Bronze. Let me get the, so for this one, this can just be kind of, I'm gonna use a rough wood for this. And then for this thing, it can be Yamai Green. Then let's go up to this rope color can be a little darker too. Actually, let's do something. Let's do like a green. Let's see what a green rope looks like. That's kind of cool. Let's do that. And then wrap. I've been doing like black wraps for Yamai. But in this case, actually, I think I'm gonna do, oh yeah. Down here, this needs to change to this one. This only affects the wrap. Well, in that case, there we go. Did this creep normal back in here? There we go. So the other thing I want to do is I want to play with this a little bit more. Make it a little more like rusty and nasty. Sorry, Average, I just saw your chat. I'm like, ooh, that's not what I'm doing at all. It does. It does. I don't know how black, green, and bronze became Yamai's color scheme, but I remember doing probably like 6 or 7 different color schemes for Yamai and let the dev team vote, and green, black, and bronze won. And that was that. I do like this one though. I think it's this one turned out pretty cool. On this accent piece, I'm also going to do something similar to. I'm going to duplicate this grunge layer and move it above the accent piece, and then copy the mask. And then I'm gonna do, this is triplanar already. What can I do? I'm just going to do a little bit of tattering in there. And then for this guy, symbols in there. So same thing here. I have my edge highlight map already. I can import this, copy it under. This might be a little dark. I haven't decided yet. I'll have to see how it looks in Engine. And then I can import this.
Sure, ask away. Use the same files. We use a program called Perforce. It basically the everything goes to the master server. It's free for 10 users. It's called something else now. It's called Perforce Helix P4V. And I set up my own server on DigitalOcean Cloud, and I had to learn a little bit of like shell or command line to get it to install it and all that. But I I kind of piece it together, and basically Unreal can connect to your server. So like when I'm done with a file, you see how there's like plus signs on here. This is like since this is a new file, that icon means like, hey, you're adding this file to the master server, and I can go to check in, and I can write like new Yumi texture, and it'll show up in the Perforce program. There's a list of like entries from people, and then I can just say like, hey, get the latest version of files from everybody. And while I'm working on files, it locks everyone else out on their computer. Basically, it makes everyone's files read-only until they check them out, so you don't step on each other's toes. And then text files or ASCII files can actually be merged. So if two people submit, you can be like, you know what, merge these changes in, and you can kind of decide like how that's done. It's pretty cool. So I need this Yamai default. And that should be all I need. I'm gonna go back to the other maps. I've used Perforce my whole career. It's pretty industry standard. I like it a lot. You can also use Subversion and Git. So let's check out this bow, and then move on to the Kusarigama. And this is not the right weapon. That's weird. Okay. Let me... Damn it, I gotta go back to the other map again. There we go. I need to make sure that that happens again and that I didn't break my that was nice. It takes a second to change, but yeah, it looks good. It's catching light from some angles. Let's take a picture at it in here. Yeah, nice. Definitely gives more separation between the clans too. Okay, so I'm gonna change back to the other team just to take a peek at it one more time. Look at it in a couple other maps and then we'll move on. Yeah, I really like this one. Okay. So I have a ton of stuff open. I don't think so. I mean, there's people that are in their 50s that are 5-year veterans in the industry. Like there's no you don't there's nothing that says you like have to go in the industry at like age 21, like right out of school. I don't even think you have to go to school, honestly. I think I think college gives you that consistent accountability where like you can't fail classes or whatever. But the industry's changing with coronavirus. It's really a lot of jobs are going remote permanently. So you're not locked to UK jobs anymore. You could get a job in Germany or the US or Canada, and there's more opportunities now. It's pretty awesome. I hope that this game does well enough to where we have money to hire anyone. If I'm in a position to hire someone, I'll be very happy that that's even possible. Okay, so let's do. Oh yeah, I was gonna look at this in a couple other lighting schemes. Let's take a look at Yamai Village. I always like looking at them here. Have you played before? Have I sent you a key on Discord already? I feel like I have. If I haven't given you a key, hop in our Discord and I'll DM you one real quick. I could have swore I have. Give me just a second to find my spreadsheet in one of my 8 million trillion tabs. There you go. Oh yeah, this map, this looks really good in this map. Ooh, did I just see... Hold on a second. I did a fix earlier today to fix those gameplay alerts that pop up on screen. I thought I saw overlapping ones for a second, but I want to watch again. Yeah, this isn't too dark. This looks pretty good. Ooh, no, I need UMG back. Okay. Defense ritual. Ooh, there were two at the same time. And why did that get two? Am I not on the server? Am I on? No, that's weird. What the hell? Let me see something. Okay. Oh, it's probably the freaking... So, I see, I know why that happens now. Awesome. Oh, you're a poker player? I'm still very sad that the US can't play online poker for real money. I played online like crazy and back in college and before. I still really love poker. I just don't have time to play. Oh, are you in a tournament? Are you allowed to play for money in UK? Oh man, I hope you win. I love tournaments so much more than cash games. Just the tournament phase strategy shifts. You know, picking your moments when you get to small stack and changing up like your starting position requirements and all that. Are you in the money yet? When does the money start? That sounds like a tournament. I used to play on Full Tilt back in the day, and they had a midnight tournament that paid like 2 to 5 grand depending on how many entrants, and it went for like about 3 hours, 4 hours. It's really fun. I'm pretty sure that Full Tilt made AI that knew everyone's hand though. Like I'm almost 100% positive that they did that. Because they had like, it was always like generic name and then 4 numbers. And there would be bad beats that were just impossible. Like they would happen with a consistency level that was like the best tournaments I ever did on Full Tilt were because I just stayed away from that naming convention. Like maybe some of them are real people, but I was like, I'm not getting sucked out by freaking Full Tilt like theft AI, and it was a helpful strategy. But I do think that they had AI to win their own tournament, so they didn't have to pay people. That's rough. There's really nothing you can do about it. It's like you can tighten up, but then you just get whittled away. Like you just have to play. What kind of player are you? A tight player, loose player, aggressive? All right, $18 and get you a pack of beer. What's your favorite play? Like like a re-raise bluff or a slow play, like something like that. It's definitely harder online. There used to be back in the when you were allowed to do it in the US, you could they made these like they had these like attachment programs that would like snap onto the interface of Full Tilt, and it was basically loading. I don't even know where it got the data from, but it was loading player and hand data for all the people at your table, and it would give like icons for like mouse versus rat versus shark versus they had like different creatures for like their playing style based on their hand trends. I guess that the hand data was public somehow, and it really helped you read the table and figure out like how people play. They still have those. I can't remember what the heck it was called. That helped me so much. And it was very coincidental that all of full tilt cheater AI were always sharks. Like it was absurd hands. Like they would like call a like triple pot size bet pre-flop with like 7 deuce, and then they'd get like runner like full house or something crazy on you, and they would call you all the way down. And it made like there's like no human would ever play like that. But maybe they would, because nothing's worse than a really bad poker player. All right, so I need to see. What mesh is this using? Kusarigama new. Okay, this weapon's a weird one. And this is the only weapon I textured from the very beginning. It's technically PBR, but I'm gonna take a peek at it. I think the skin that it already is pretty good for Yamai. I think Hanako needs one. I'm gonna take a peek at it though. Just because I don't think it came through Substance Painter. Or maybe it did. I don't know. What? Is this not Ninja's? Oh, it's in rig file. Wait, what? What's the source file for this freaking thing? Characters Ninja. Oh, it's in the. Oh, duh, I'm dumb. Because the Kusarigama is built into the character, kind of. Oh, that's cool. I really wish that. So in the U.S., all the Las Vegas and all the like gaming unions, not unions, but whatever like gambling commissions, just lobbied to the U.S. government that during the height of like the online poker craze and like the early 2000s to early 2010s that no one was coming to casinos anymore, so everyone was just playing poker online. So they just outlawed it because the poker lobby won, or the casino lobby. Kind of disappointing. Okay, so where are these textures from then? Weapons, okay, those are from Kusarigama. I have no ID map, which that's a pretty big problem, actually. But I honestly might just leave this skin as the Yamai one. I need to look at it and decide. Is that an edge mount for? Oh, this has the chain in it. Oh, it actually has a color map, and I have an AO. That's pretty rare. Okay, I didn't do too bad on this. Okay, normal map. There's that. ID map. There's that. AO, which are. Oh wow, AO does a lot. I should probably use it more on my. I used to bake it in because that's what you used to have to do back in the day. So back in, gonna add channel, opacity, and this is gonna be opacity. Actually, this is just the base layer, it doesn't matter. Fill layer, opacity, I'm gonna do a generator, which is grayscale conversion. It's gonna use this and blue channel. And this is gonna be nothing but opacity, which is also going to use this. Then shader settings, I need alpha test. There's my chains. It's an old T cross plane. They are not modeled. Oh man, I went to last year. I went to Tahoe in California for my bachelor party, and half of that town is in Nevada, so casinos are legal. And I played poker for the first time in person in probably like 8 years. It was like even getting like Queen Jack, I could tell I was showing that I had like a decent something. But cash game players are so bad. Like I sat down with $50 in chips, and everyone probably had like 2 grand in chips on the table. Like people were putting down money, and I come in with this tiny little stack. Within an hour, I got up to like 500. Like I knew there everyone was playing super loose, so I just did. My favorite play is slow playing like mid pocket pair. You limp into the hand and try to flop a set, and if you do, then I just kind of check raise people. It's like a weird. It's slow, but it gets aggressive depending on what the table does. So you get like pocket fives, and you get like a 5, 10 ace flop, all like no matching suits, and just punish the table for it. You know, sometimes it'll just be like throw out a min raise just to be like, oh, there's nothing out there, guys. I got ace deuce. Okay, here's a little $10 bet. Nice. I am glad that I paid attention to what Discord was telling me because I haven't got to talk poker in years. I miss it. This makes me want to play. In the US, they do these stupid. The way they get around it is like World Poker Tour has you pay like a monthly subscription, and they let you get like they have like monthly prizes or weekly prizes, but you don't actually pay, but you pay monthly for access, so they kind of cheat it. But I don't know how you cash out. I guess the prize is just like a prize. It's kind of dumb. I didn't think about that. You probably could, but I don't know how the transfers to like your bank account would be. Like that's the part where like if the IRS in the United States is like, so where did all these deposits come from? These are some ideas. So I'm just gonna do the way this is set up is kind of annoying. So I have to do another generator, do a grayscale conversion, and then I think roughness is red. And then I just plug this in. Yep, that looks right. This really isn't that bad. There are some I do want to change it because I want to make the wood like the new Yamai wood and the new standard, and I can do like the tattered bronze for the weight. Actually, I'll use the blade metal for that, so I can make this like okay. I'm thinking about actually doing an effect later that's not at this stage that like as you're attacking people, blood will accumulate on the blood. I do something similar on the characters already, but that would be like an effect that I would just drop in on all the weapon shaders, and then I would just put the logic in like the weapon blueprint that hey, like as the weapon's hitting, you know, start accumulating this effect. So actually, I don't think I need this because I'm gonna do my own roughness on all this stuff. But this is good bones. This is a pretty easy weapon to do stuff for, honestly. So at least I know now that if you're on here when it's getting late in the Eastern time, that you're probably deep in a tournament. I wish I could. I'd spectate if I could. There used to be ways you could spectate people's online. Uh, can you spectate PokerStars tables? Also, how did this? How is there not a blade at the end of this? That is a severe mishap. Can I like? Can you convert? They should have a thing that lets you like convert this to. Instead of a fill layer, it bakes it down to like data. Because I actually need. Let me see if I can just like fix the texture really quick. Oh yeah, send me that thing. I'll open it in a tab. And then you can alert me if you're about to get into a big hand that I should watch. I am down, my friend. Oh, I see what happened. Oh yeah, that works too. Nice. Substance Painter will do this wonders. All the things you need for this to look awesome are pretty much just regular presets. Did I go far enough? Yeah, I kind of did. Oh, I see where this like actually ends. That's wow, Clone Brush is like incredibly slow. I have a 3090, like there's really no reason at all for anything to be slow on my computer. Eh, I'm okay with Okay, so let's go ahead. I'm gonna do Yamai first because this is the closest. This is already like kind of the closest to it. No, I do have a Kusarigama substance project. I should probably like reopen that and fix it, but I'll start over because this is probably the very first thing I ever used Substance Painter on ever, I would imagine. It's quickly become my favorite program. Oh, dope. That's awesome. That's a good idea. I hope it works. What's really unfortunate, that's a particularly COVID affected business, and those were blowing up in the US. Like, I think almost every other shopping center had an escape room. Like, those, as a business, it was really blowing up. Ooh, I missed. There we go. Oh wow, that's awesome. Do you think you'll be able to get to a point where you're not running at 4 a.m.? That's late. I've I'm pushing it going till 2 on this every night. Not every night, but most nights. This wood texture looks so bad. She looks pretty good. Ooh, I like that.
Yay, at least this was set up correctly. Welcome back. It's 1 a.m. for me right now. Eastern.